Salute. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Mr.Futures Gematria Hour. We're back now, and I wanted to talk to you guys about a few things. Today, September 11th, Friday, the, what was it, 255th day of the year. 111 days remain left in the year. So, kind of want to talk to you guys for a little bit about that. But first, I want to speak about yesterday. So there's a couple things going on yesterday. So I'm gonna show you guys right now, so we can get started, and then we'll get into today. Hopefully, a couple more people will join us by then. So, okay, let's talk about yesterday. So yesterday, I have a couple different tiers on my Patreon. For anybody new here, we speak about Gematria. It's a coded language between letters and numbers, and kind of the way we use it to predict these sports outcomes, these scripted sports. So yesterday, I isolated this game right here. We got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Chicago Cubs. So the beginning line of this game was the Cincinnati Reds were favored. They were like minus 165, 170, and the Cubs were about plus 140 for the game. In a general sense, the Cincinnati Reds had a way better pitcher going on, Sonny Gray. He's way more seasoned than the guy that was pitching for Chicago. But what I wanted to show you guys was what I put out on my Patreon to the top tier. So I have separate tiers on my Patreon. We kind of have like the first level, that's pretty much a normal level. I give out picks, and that's it. The top level is where I like to specialize on underdogs, futures bets, mostly, as well as a couple other things. But this was a game I gave out to my top tier patrons, the people that subscribe to the highest level. And I want to show you guys what I was able to, point out from this game. So if we look at the post, this was from yesterday, September 10th. This is my underdog, right? And so let's take a look at what this says. So boom, we got Chicago Cubs plus 125 to win. So their next win was the 26th of the season for the Chicago Cubs. the word Reds equals 26. Chicago Cubs itself equals 206. But in numerology, we take out the 0. So 206 is really a 26. Right there, I said like 26. And then we had the Cubs on 19 losses. And when you write the word Reds out, it equals 19. And that was the team they're playing, the Cincinnati Reds. Yesterday was a 19-date numerology. And the Cubs could have also got their 19th win in the division. Again, once again, versus the Reds, and Reds equal 19. Not only that, we also pinpointed that the Cubs' next game, which is the game that's going on today, was going to be against the Milwaukee Brewers. So you see when you write out Milwaukee Brewers, it equals 190. In numerology, once again, we don't count the 0, so we take it away. 190 is actually 19. And then one of the other things I was also able to isolate is the pitcher for the Reds, Sonny Gray. He was sitting on 62 losses, so his next loss was 63. Write the word Cubs out, equals 63. Their home field is named Wrigley Field. That equals 63. So just to show you guys, that we're not making this up. Wrigley Field, 63, right here. Just so you guys can see, right? Then let's go Cubs. Cubs, 63, right there. Okay, let's go back. What else do we have? The Reds were 4-5 versus the Cubs up until this point in the season. And like 45, Chicago equals 46, right? So let's go back over here so I can show you guys. Chicago, boom, 46, right? And now why that's important is because, look, Reds, 46, the team they're playing. So if the Cubs won yesterday, they would have made the Reds 4-6 versus the Chicago Cubs. 46. Right? Chicago equals 46. Chicago Cubs, 46. Let's just double check, because you should never take my word for it. You want to check the work yourself. Chicago Cubs, 46. In the purest cipher, this blue cipher is the purest cipher. Okay? Chicago Cubs, 46. Reds, 46. And now, what day was yesterday? If today's Friday, yesterday was what? Thursday. Boom. This is just another layer. Here we go. Thursday, 46. So let's keep going. The Cubs' next win at home versus the Reds. See, this is like a little bit more research, but I put it out there. 640th all-time win, right? And again, in numerology, we take out the 0, so 640 is like 64, right? Which is a reflection of 46 if you turn it around. And yesterday was all about 46, especially with these two teams, the 46 teams. So what ended up happening? Let's take a look. So boom, we got the box score right here. Started out Cincinnati, top of the first 2 runs. So they jumped out to a 3-0 lead on my team, on the underdog I gave out yesterday to my patrons. And one of the things I've been speaking about recently has been taking advantage of these live lines, these live bets while the games are going on. And, the whole landscape of the game could change. So we had the Cincinnati Reds favorite. They jump out to an early lead. Now, if I give this pick out as an underdog, that's a potentially good spot. Now, it's not the time to be irresponsible with, thinking that every underdog is going to come through. But if you take a look, again, at what I gave you guys to work with, this right here, this was a solid riddle. You got the day of the week. You got you got a number that both these teams share. One team can hit both of the other team's numbers. So it was like a perfect scenario, right? They jump out to a 3-0 lead. At this point in the game, 3-0, Chicago Cubs were almost plus 500. 500. So anybody who jumped in at this point, the third inning, they killed. They made a killing. So again, this is what we do over at Mr.Futures. This is the type of things that we do and we put together. We focus on Gematria and what it's telling us, and a lot of the times we come out in a successful end. But a lot of good riddles, sometimes good riddles don't come through. The system is not perfect. But yesterday was a perfect example of an underdog being isolated, being able to pinpoint, look at this number that these two teams are sharing at this moment. You know what I mean? So that was just something we were able to successfully do yesterday. And shout out to all my 1% fam, that took advantage of that. Even with with a couple solid riddles, a couple great riddles not coming our way for yesterday, for people to still take that underdog. It was a great underdog, and salute to them. That's why they're the 1% fam. Salute to them, because that's what we do. We take advantage using Gematria, which is a coded system that breaks down letters into numbers. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, just like that. And we follow these games. And today we're gonna be taking a look at a couple things going on today. But let me take a break right now to shout everybody out. How y'all doing? Say what's up in the chat. Let me see what y'all got to say. How y'all feeling today? Let's see what's going on. We got some new people in here. What do we got? Some patrons. Any new people in here that got any questions about this gematria when it comes, Let's light up that chat. Let me know I'm not talking to somebody, to myself. Come on. How y'all feeling today? What are we thinking about? All right, let's get into to today's numerologies then. Right, we might as well. Let's see what's going on. Okay. So just to show people the numerologies for today. So we got the 255th day of the year in the leap year, leaving 111 days remaining. And these are how we break down numerology. Oh, okay. So I don't want to give that out, but these are how we break down numerology. So September 11th, 9 plus 11 plus 20 plus 20 is 60. Okay, that's one of your date numerologies for today. Then we got it broken down right here. These are the 5 systems that I use. The 6 systems that I use to get date numerologies. So for today, these are the things. Not that we're necessarily going to be super, super focused on, but these are the numbers that are on the back of our mind right here. 15, 24, 13, 20, 40, and 60, as well as 111. And not to mention 9 and 11, because today is a very significant day. I actually didn't want to go live because of what today's day is. Just thinking about today really, really pisses me off. But, I told my patrons I was going to go live, so that's what I'm doing. Keeping it real. So, talk to me, man. How you guys feeling? What's going on? Any questions? What we looking for today, man? I showed the date numerology, so what are you guys thinking? What's the betting public thinking? What do I think of the Blue Jays game? I think if I thought anything significant about it, I probably would have posted about that game. But that's an interesting game for a couple of reasons, just because of what's going on right now in the NBA, Toronto and Boston. Then you got Toronto. I'm pretty sure Toronto's playing Boston, right? Yeah. So that's just interesting for that reason. But what'd you have in mind? What'd you think about that? I can't give away, I'm not gonna give away a pick on Twitch. You know what I mean? If you wanna say something and I could, bounce off of that, that's what's up. But I'm not gonna give out a pick on Twitch. Gematria Gematria is used all over the world, everywhere. It doesn't matter, United States or not. Gematria is, it's everywhere, all across the globe. Knows no boundary. I mean, today's 20 date numerology. So, kind of fitting how all that runs together, you know. And then we got 20 associated with death. We in the year 2020, 20 date numerology. So, yeah, against Boston. Boston equaling 31, the 11th prime, on the 11th day of the month. Yeah. I can see kind of why you thought that. Let's see. Let me talk about it. Since you want to, let's talk about it. We can say a couple of things about it. Tampa Bay. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Oh wow, Philly jumped out to an early lead on Miami. Woo. Okay. Now today there's a lot going on. I'm not gonna lie, but with everything going on, I'm not a fan of a lot of the lines today, especially in baseball. Definitely not a fan of a lot of lines in baseball. So, and for those of you on my Patreon, I get when it comes to the NBA games. Like yesterday, a lot of people asked me about the football game, the Houston Texans, and then you got the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And the Kansas City Chiefs were minus 400 and something dollars. So common sense would tell you if I liked the underdog in that game, I would have posted something about it. Because it's a big underdog, plus 300 and something. But I didn't because the team that I thought would eventually win was a minus 400 underdog. So that's nobody's gaining anything from posting that. So that was the reason, why I left it at that. But yeah. Well, I break down all the games, so it takes me a while. For anybody that knows anything about decoding these games, it's a process. It's not something that could be done like easily. And then there's a couple of other things that come into play with that. It's not just looking at the numbers. So it's a whole process. It takes a while, but you gotta enjoy it to get it done. What's up, Lucid? Salute. Solid vibes. Word. But yeah, there's a game 7 going on today, and I know a lot of you people are interested. A lot of you guys are looking at that game. You guys probably feel like you have to take a side in that game, and but I'm interested to see which way you guys are thinking. I spoke about it a little bit, but I'm interested to see how you guys are feeling tonight. And then I'll expand on it some more after we get a couple comments about it. Mm. Yeah, no. There's definitely narratives on both sides of that game. For the Celtics and the Raptors, both, either team winning wouldn't surprise me for a couple of reasons. There's great riddles on both sides. If Boston won, I would understand it. If Toronto won, I would understand it as well. For my patrons that subscribe to mine, I put out a couple of observations today on why I thought or why I think or the interesting things that I noticed about the game. But there's definitely narratives on both sides. Yanks win 5-9, 11-5. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the Yanks had great riddles today, but the lines were ridiculous. So, and it's 9-11. So, you know, the Mets had a bunch of I think I forgot what the score was last year, but I believe in the hit column it was like 11-9 or 9-11 on 9-11. Um, yeah, I do play DraftKings occasionally, just for fun though. Nothing, nothing crazy. Just to pass the time. Yo, so for everybody here now, I should be able to get subscribers now. There should be a subscribe button. So either that or the next time you guys come in here, it'll be there. But yep, yeah. I hear you, Lucid. I hear what you're saying. That's how I get. That's how you should look at it. What's the bigger narrative? What do you think plays a bigger role? What do you think is most important? Um, Again, I don't want to get too crazy and give out something on Twitch, but yeah. Oh, you mean what? Yeah, that's interesting too. I mean, I believe the White Sox are big favorites too, though. What are they like minus 200, two something? So again, there's not much value at minus two something with everything else going on today. That was the problem yesterday. Even with that Cleveland situation, that was a great riddle yesterday, and it went the other way. It fell short, which is crazy. But stuff like that happens sometimes. There's nothing I could do about it. I can only pinpoint the sinks that should happen. But when they fall short, it's not me who did it. It just happened, bro. There's nothing I could have done about that. But my 1% fan was definitely happy last night with that underdog I gave her. Which was solid, as well as the Oakland Athletics. That was an early game. I believe that was at like 4 o'clock. So that one came through, at the beginning, which was good. Another solid night. You know what I mean? I try really hard not to book back to back like losses. I work really hard for that. So when and even like when I might miss one, it's a great riddle that doesn't come through. Like a great riddle, and all we're doing is syncing the numbers. The numbers that relate to the team, and they're also tying in date numerologies because every day is significant. So that's what we do. And yesterday with the Chicago Cubs and 46, and then the day of the week Thursday 46, we got that one right off the back. Even when they went down 3-0, that riddle still looked amazing. If anybody watching that game, anything like that, my 1% fam, they definitely jumped on top of that, plus $450 in the third inning. I got a couple of messages about that, plus $500 in the third inning. So it's just, at least a couple of people are using it, are using, that methodology that I'm talking about with the live action, because it's kind of like playing the stock market. The best price might not be when the stock opens up, but there might be a great opportunity for you to get value at some point in the game. So, and that takes you being observant. That takes you knowing the gematria obviously before the game, but as you're watching it to apply it and then make money as well. It's like You know, double O bang, bah, bah. Who wouldn't be hyped with that? People were hitting me up like, yo, what the hell? A whole bunch of, like, the team's already down 3-0. In the second inning, I'm getting a message like, the team's down 3-0. It doesn't matter, bro. You know, these things have weird shit happens in baseball, basketball, football. Like, come on, all the time. You just gotta let it play, man, and just stand on gematria. It's not only could we look at the work that we've been doing for the past year, but there's people that have been doing it for longer than us. 5 years, 6 years, and they've got a flurry of results, a flurry of predictions, a flurry of futures that have already been done with this system. And it's a simple system, but it's the most secret system ever. They're not going to tell it to you. They're not going to teach it to you. There's no college course that's going to school you on this. And it's simple, because anybody uses the internet. All you have to do is just try to find it, I mean, it's not simple to find, but coming across it is what's important. And then accepting it and applying it. Those are the two key things right there. What are some important numbers to look for? Well, it depends on what you're using it for. Because you could apply it to almost anything. But obviously, the numbers that I get the most questions about are big Freemason numbers, like the master numbers, 11, 22, the master builder number, 33 is a very significant degree of Freemason, and we always see the 33 being applied in a bunch of places. A lot of times when it comes to death or murder, you'll see a 38 or 83 or possibly a 44 with a killing or something like that. So these are numbers that are always all over the place. You'll find them. 42-year-old blah, blah, you know what I mean? And that's how it happens. Even most recently with the guy Chadwick Boseman. 42, Jackie 42 on Jackie Robinson Day. That's a whole nother thing. I don't want to get into that because people get real sensitive. But yeah, I think the next time I go live, there'll be a subscribe button. So when I finish this live, there should be a subscribe button and hit it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm reaching the last qualification now. I think I had like 10 or 15 minutes to that I had to they required me to do 10 or 15 more minutes, so that's it. After this live, I should be Gucci. And then you guys can subscribe and we'll get it popping. So right now we just waiting for this NBA game to start. First game of the day, Game 7. I mean, let's talk about it. Anybody who does FanDuel or DraftKings, come on, throw out a couple players right now before the game starts. Who you guys are liking? Because every day I pick a bum of the day, like a bum of the game. So we got Boston and Toronto. I can tell you right now who I think is going to be the bum of the game. But let me hear a couple of players you guys are trying to use on DraftKings to maybe take down a 100K tournament or something like that. Talk to me. I know I got a couple players in here. I mean, we have there's a couple people. Jason Tatum, Kemba. Kemba was a bum last game. Fucking he cost the game. He sold the game out. Anybody watching that game cannot tell me that was like legit competition. There was a whole bunch of bullshit going on with Boston during the fucking game. Crazy. So, but today, Toronto, bum of the game. Boston, bum of the game. Gotta pick somebody. So I'm going to go with the bum of the game for Toronto. This is my pick. You know what I mean? This is my pick for bum of the game. The bum of the game for Toronto is going to be Kyle Lowry. In my opinion. Tonight, Kyle Lowry, bad game. The bum of the game for Boston is going to be Jaylen Brown. That's my choice for tonight. No offense to them, though. Jaylen Brown, you listening? No offense, bro. You be balling, all right? Or you be acting. But, don't take it no type of way. Bum of the game. Yeah, Pascal. It looked like last year, they was juicing this dude up. Like, they made him make, like, he was such a good shooter last year. Out of nowhere. And then this year, he can't do nothing but hit the top of the backboard, bro. The top of the rim. His shot is nasty. He out here looking crazy. You know? Yeah, bro. That's what I think. I think if Toronto's gonna lose, then Lowry gotta have a bad game. That's my opinion. Because if he have a good game and he's their captain, oh, I don't know how they gonna lose. So that's what I'm saying. Lowry gotta have a bad game in my opinion. Word, let Pascal take all them shots. Cause this year, I don't know what happened. They turned his magnet off this year. He not doing nothing. And like as far as this series, they turned his magnet off, and he out there looking lost. You know, it's a joke. Let's see, hold on. Oh yeah, another number I wanted you guys to be aware of today. You know, just when it comes to other games, right? Is this right here? Let me show you guys this. So, just so you guys know, right? So look at this. September 11th equals 77, right here, right? So if you see this number, you know, could play in a specific way, like 7-7, or somebody picking up the 77th or whatever. Like 77 was a very important number to September, to the September 11 attacks. That's 100%. So I'm gonna put y'all on right now. So look at this. We talk about 77, and boom, we got the American Airlines Flight 77, the one that crashed into the Pentagon, right? So look at this right here. The flight took off. What time the flight took off? The hijackers crashed it at 9:37, right? And the plane took off at 8:20. So from 8:20 to 9:37, how many minutes is that? 8:20 to 9 o'clock, 40 minutes plus 37. 40 plus 37 is 77. So flight 77 was in the air for 77 minutes, right? On September 11th, which equals 77 right here, right? Okay. So now let's look at let's look at World Trade Center. Wow, World Trade Center 77 too, right? Oh shit. All right, let's look at something else then. United States. Well, let's just look at United States. Wow, United States is 77 too. So all these numbers, all these 77s, right? When it comes to, you know, just one specific event, and this is just some cosmetic shit. It's not even like looking really, really deep into it. You know, like the fact that Washington D.C. is broken up into 77 neighborhoods. It's on the 77th meridian. United States 77, World Trade Center 77, Flight 77. Like, all right, you know, September 11th 77. So this is using gematria, right? And just trying to look at one event and one thing. We looking at one flight and one event. And look at that. All these 77s all over the place. So this is just showing you like that this information is very applicable. And we're talking about a mass event right here. You know? So if this was such an accident, how do all these numbers correspond with each other? And that's what I'm trying to tell you. So we took that system and now we're using it for sports. Because if they did that with this shit, come on. You know what I mean? So we're trying to be ahead of the game, and this is what's going on right now. You know, no joke. It's a legit system, and it's everywhere. Come on, and exactly, good point, Lucid Dream. So, and the Pentagon is 77 feet tall. What the fuck kind of crazy shit is that? So another 77. Good point, Lucid. We got another 77 with the Pentagon being 77 feet tall. All those 77s, and I didn't even look anywhere deep. That was just, you know, I'm just giving a shout out to September 11th because it's today's date, and I just wanted to show you guys a couple things. But look at what I'm showing y'all with gematria. You know, so yeah. And look at that, Boston 77. Pow! Look at that. Of course, fundamental. Good point. Good point. You know, so this is why we get the information out there, because we want people to use it. And obviously, a lot of people they turn their head of it. Oh man, no, I can't understand it. Or if it was that important, I would have found out about it already. Oh yeah, Well, how about like all those secrets in Solomon's temple that happened like fucking thousands of years ago? Have you found out any of that shit yet? Because I'm still trying to figure it out. So they keep it a secret for a reason. You know what I mean? Because there's power to it. There's like they can accomplish things with this. You know what I'm saying? There's probably a whole. I mean, I don't even want to take a guess at what we're missing out on, man. But it's got to be tremendous at this point. If us just finding out about this and how we're able to break through using gematria, you know, no wonder they don't want us to get anything else. Because once we got our hands on this, that's it. We've been killing them ever since. You know, shout out Gematria Effect News and Zachary Hubbard. You know, this guy been out here 6 years working really hard to get this workout and stuff like that. And he been he been kicking the mainstream's ass or trying to, for 6 years. You know what I mean? Fighting against them and getting the information out and all this shit. So yeah. That's a Fendi. That's a Fendi. Exactly. And that was another thing, So just to bring that up right now, right? So on September 11th, we lost, besides the people that lost their lives, World Trade Centers 1, 2, and 7, buildings 1, 2, and 7 fell, right? And why that's interesting is because after September 11th, it was being considered like the new Pearl Harbor, the new mass tragedy that had happened. Now, why that is extremely significant is because Pearl Harbor happened on December 7th. So when you write that out using numbers, it's 1, 2, 7, just like the buildings that fell on September 11th. Buildings 1, 2, and 7. And again, building 7 wasn't even on fire, nothing crashed into it. So, but again, gematria, man. Forget all the stories that they trying to force feed you, and all the terms that they're trying to get you to understand, and these made up sciences and then these credited scholars that they put before you to feed you this bullshit, man. Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you see, Lucid, shout out to you, bro, because I could tell, like, you really, you know a couple things, some things, and that's what I'm saying. We can't even dive that deep. You know why? Because people ain't even gonna be able to wrap their head around it. My man, right now, he going off in the chat. You know what I mean? Because he knows how deep this shit goes. It's a rabbit hole, bro. I could do a whole day, a 24-hour stream of all the numbers and the fucked up shit that happened on September 11th. It's crazy. But you know what I am going to do? I'm going to restream a couple of videos that I think you guys need to watch. And if any of you guys, you know what? Since you guys are here right now, let's just watch I want you guys to check out a video. So let me put it on right now. Hold on. We're going to watch this just in case you guys haven't. But this is about the NFL that just recently happened.
Welcome back, True Seeker. Thursday, September 10th, 2020. Another season of rigged NFL football began. And as per usual, you got a rigged score. The Chiefs won 34-20 over the Texans. 54 combined points as the defending champions of Super Bowl 54. And you might recall last year the World Series and the Super Bowl were synced with Donald Trump and the impeachment, which we covered in real time and accurately predicted who'd be the winners of those championships, seeing how the pieces of the puzzle fit together. This game came 54 days before the upcoming election. And again, Chiefs won Super Bowl 54 right before the commander-in-chief defeated Nancy Pelosi in the impeachment. She's from San Francisco, like the 49ers who the Chiefs defeated. But anyway, 34-20 score, 54 points. Texans in gematria equals 20 forwards, 34 in reverse. So perfect score to beat the Texans by. And don't forget that once upon a time there was a Dallas Texans that folded and became the Kansas City Chiefs. And if you watch this game, they talked about the upcoming Dallas Cowboys matchup with the Rams all night. Cowboys and Indians. Dak Prescott's brother dead the day of the draft. Anyway, 34-20 score, 54 points, and the team that didn't take the field for the national anthem lost. And that would be the Texans. The Chiefs took the national anthem and stood. Now, one of the other big discussions was that they played the black national anthem, something they've never done before. So they did the regular national anthem, then they did the black national anthem, and the name of the black national anthem is Lift Every Voice and Sing, which equals 109, kind of like how September 10th is written 10/9 in the majority of the world. 109 is the 29th prime number. Football equals 29. Patrick Mahomes got his 29th win all-time last night. Andy Reid also got his 83rd win with the Chiefs. And Texans does equal 83 as well, just like football equals 83. Mm-hmm. But fitting day for this song to be sung. And with regards to it being called the Black National Anthem, that equals 112. September 10th left 112 days left in the year. Recall Houston equals 112, like Harden equals 112. Chiefs equals 112, Super Bowl 112. Last year we talked about how The Rock and the show Ballers bought the Kansas City Chiefs in an episode 112 days before the Super Bowl was played. Kind of like how in New Orleans, the Hard Rock Hotel collapsed that day 112 days before the Super Bowl was played in Hard Rock Stadium. New Orleans had the college championship last year where Joe Burrow won. The Super Bowl was 54 days after Joe Burrow's birthday. Also, last night they said 22% of fans could attend because of the virus. 22 men on the field. The Chiefs became 2-2 at home in the regular season versus the Texans. Wuhan equals 22. They got us all in check with the Wuhan. So, just perfect rituals. And don't forget that the Houston Texans and Kansas City Chiefs last played each other last year in the playoffs in the crazy game on January 12th, 1-1-2. So many 1-1-2 rituals with Houston. And with regards to all this focus on the Black National Anthem, it was a date with 59 numerology, like how Black History Month ends on the 59th day of the year, like how Motown came out in 59, like how Slave, Negro, Rasta, Blues, they all equal 59. And ESPN ran the story from the Undefeated with Mahomes and Deshaun Watson, meeting before the game. It reminds of this picture that they Undefeated and ESPN put out on September 3rd last year before the season began, Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, and I pointed out September 3rd last year. I said, 9-3, Black History Month 93, big number with Black History. The story's about the year of the black quarterback. Now they're calling it the era of the black quarterback being underway. But remember what happened last year. On the first day of Black History Month, Lamar Jackson was league MVP. On the second day of Black History Month, Mahomes was Super Bowl MVP. And as we talked about, September 3rd, 2019, they coded 112 like Chiefs is 112, like Super Bowl's 112. After the first game of last season, where the Packers won 10-3, 103 days from the death of Bart Starr, the Packers' once star quarterback, 103 the 27th prime. The State Farm commercials with Mahomes and Rodgers, State Farm 103, 103 the 27th prime. We said, Chiefs look like the team to tie the NFC, bringing it to 27 Super Bowls apiece for the AFC and NFC. And that's exactly what happened. And it was all encoded in.
And again, man, you know what I mean? That's just another person using this work and getting the word out there. It's just that the rituals that they do on a daily basis, they do it every year, every single year. So yeah, bro. You know what I mean? It definitely runs deep. But I just wanted to get some, to play that so you guys were able to see, like, with that football game and just with anything that's happening, any sports, any big news story, it's the numbers are right there if you pay attention. They're right there, and it's able to be broken down, and because it comes out for a reason. Everything happens that day for a specific reason. So Yeah, man, the work, undeniable. Undeniable. Thank you. Oh shit, wait. Hold on, am I bugging? Did they move the time for the Boston game? I thought it was at 6:30. Now it's at 9 o'clock. That's weird. Okay. Well, looks like it's a little later. No problem, no Karika. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, it's a system, bro. That's it. They're just pumping out you know, that material. It has nothing to do with actually what's going on in the world. It's pretty much closer to North Korea and how North Korea doesn't know anything else about what's going on in the world when it comes to their citizens because, they're controlled so much. That's pretty much what we're living in. Except it's like they just tell us the bullshit. So we just think we know what's going on, but we don't. At least in North Korea, they know they don't know what the fuck is going on. But over here, we think we do, but we don't. So it's like worse being over here. But today's the day to pay them back, baby. Today's the day to stick it right to them. They think that this shit is so symbolic. All right, we're gonna crack y'all today. That's it. That's what needs to happen tonight, baby. We gotta, send a fucking message. Word. Have one of them big boy nights, Because it was like the other time we had came on. I don't know if that was a mistake or not, but we had came on like right before the game, and we were talking about the game, and it was a super duper like great fucking riddle, great riddle, And then all of a sudden, boop, riddle falls flat. Team doesn't take care of business, and I was just left here wondering like maybe I should have just went live after the game as opposed to before the game, but. Yeah, I looked at that game too. That game was tricky, And I think the last time I recommended Woodruff too, he let me down. So not that I have any bias when it comes to Woodruff, but that game was too conflicting for me. I saw a bunch of stuff in that game. It was like too much. So and Lester's been on that for a while, like that 192, waiting for that 193. But just to let you know, one thing I noticed about that also, the 193 that Lester could pick up, I think it was Milwaukee. Yeah, so Milwaukee's next loss versus the Cubs is 193rd loss in their series. So there's a 193 on both. And I know that game's in Milwaukee, but it's also in Wisconsin. Wisconsin 44, 193 to 44th prime. But that was basically all I saw. That was an additional observation. The 44, Wisconsin 44, and that 193 on both sides. Milwaukee could lose for the 193rd time today, and John Lester could pick up 193. So, yeah. I don't know why the fuck I don't got a subscribe button yet. I'm pretty sure after this one, it should be there. So I need my people to come back and subscribe to the boy. Subscribe to Mr.Futures. I'm gonna put the picture on the chat too for anybody who don't got it. You guys need to come over there and get in tune with us, man. It's lit. Yeah, I know. That 111 did scare me for Leicester as well, but like I said, there's things on both sides, That's why I didn't even recommend that game because of that. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see if this game started yet. This Denver game. We will tune in. So Denver has the first game today, huh? So they switched them. Denver's first now, and then Boston and Toronto's the later game. Okay. I didn't know they switched them. Gotcha. Yeah, I just noticed that too, Lucid. I went back. Before it said 6:30. It was saying 6:30. And now all of a sudden that should move to 9 o'clock. So, yeah, I don't know what that shit is about, but I just now saw that. I was getting ready to check what the score was. But now I see the game hasn't even started yet. It starts at like 9:05. I'm like, okay, fuck it. That's probably the game more people want to see anyway, as opposed to this Clippers and Denver series. Yeah. If anybody not following me right now, yo, click the follow on on my channel right now. I also have a YouTube channel. I'm gonna put the YouTube in the description too. I need y'all to go over there and subscribe to the boy. You know, we're trying to get our material out. We're trying to get this word out. Even the work, we're trying to get the work out. So at least there's just more. There's gonna be more evidence of it out there. Oh shit, this person used Gematria too. Oh, this person used Gematria too. Yeah, everybody using it. Yeah, so that's my channel right there. You can click that link; it will take you over there. Subscribe. You know what I mean? Hit the notification bell. Hit the like too. Go check out some of my videos. The first two are a couple long, but there's some information there if you want to pay attention to it. For anybody. All right, so for this first game, we got the Denver Clippers. Who y'all got for bum of the game? Who y'all got for bum of the game? Denver versus the Clippers. Let me know. Bum of the game. Because I already got who I think gonna be bum of the game. This is just based off of, I just got a feeling. And I've been getting them right, too. That's a whole fact. Except for the last one, I didn't think Kemba was going to be the bum of the game. What a bum he was. Wow. Stupid bum. Crazy bum. Woof. Like, damn, that nigga played bad. Like, he played so bad. Wow. I can't, that was horrible. Super horrible. Alright. So let's check in with this game, y'all. Let's see what this game doing. Game already started, so I'm going to go with the bum of the game. It's going to be Gary Harris. That's what I'm going to take, Gary Harris. This dude, Jamal Murray, can't make up what the fuck he wants to do. He can't make up his mind. One day, he's super duper aggressive. The next day, he don't even know how to dribble the ball. I don't get it. This guy's just passing the ball come on, bro. You're supposed to be a killer. And I don't even care from a script, from a competitive sports standpoint. I'm just like, yo, hurry up, take care of the game, bro. To finish it, So our scripted outcome that we predicted could come through. Not for this game today. I'm not talking about this game. I'm just saying in general. In a general sense, But yeah, man. All right. So look at it. Oh, man, this game's starting off Draga. 6-0 Clippers. Paul Millsap with defensive rebound. Let's see what he got. Give it to Jamal Murray. Put up the 3, hopefully. It's like sometimes Denver is so lit to watch, and then sometimes they're like the worst team. Because this last game between these two was so bad. There was like 40 fucking whistles in the fourth quarter, man. It was retarded. How are people supposed to play? Like, come on. It's not a real game. I know. But still. You would think they would want to try and do a better job of convincing people that it's legit competition. But they don't even care about that. I feel like they just trying to get these games out the way. Like, hurry up, get them over with. Jamal Murray for the trade. Check it with the chat. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. What kind of dumb shit is that? You know? Obviously, you've heard of people going on the cold streak, but the shit that be happening in the NBA, it'd be looking like 1 week. You know, a certain handful of players got the cheat code, bro. Like they got the codes to OD, and then over they changed the codes and they didn't tell them, so now they can't even make a layup. So yeah, the NBA be pulling some shit on the players, man. And they be messing with their confidence too. Cause think about it, if you really a great shooter, right? If you're a great shooter in the NBA and you're struggling, like you're not making shots and you don't know that's because of this fucking bullshit magnet system that they got, you over here thinking like, yo, you legit can't shoot. You legit lost your shot. That's messed up. They really be messing with people's mentals, you know? And then they want. Oh, I don't know why he went crazy. I don't know why he went crazy. It's because it's because when he leaves the arena and he goes to the park, he's putting up 40, 50 points. But when he come back to the arena and he try to shoot, he can't even make a layup. Why is that? I appreciate that, Loka. I always appreciate promotion, definitely. Yeah, I think the NBA players definitely. I mean, come on. You see the way Curry be pulling up from half court? That's not happening by accident. You're not super confident like that, you know what I mean? Unless you know the magnets is on. That's what I think. I mean, there's no way. There's no way that certain people don't know. I don't think everybody knows, obviously, but if you asking me if I think LeBron knows, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, yeah, James Harden, yeah, them niggas, them players know. People that could have an effect on the outcome of a game, yeah. Star players, yeah. They have to know. They have to know the script. You know. I don't even know what they're doing with this Western. Like this game is going on right now, like 3 o'clock on the West. This is dirt. I don't even know why they got this game going on. Who's even watching this shit? It's like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the West Coast. The hell? This shit is mad early. And now they got the ball. You know why? I'm gonna tell y'all why they pushed the Boston game back. Because there's a lot of money coming in on the game right now. That's a fact. I would not doubt that Boston has more money on it than this game. Let me check that. I might be chucking, but let me check that. Let's check. All right, so this game had, let's go, 551,000. This game. Most of the money's on the Clips. I feel like this game is gonna have more money on it. Well, it's definitely gonna have more money on it by the time it starts now, but it's already got 500,000. You know what I mean? So that shit's gonna be close up to like two. Like by the time the game starts, it's gonna be closer to like 1 point something million. That they're reporting. So this is how it's looking right now. 77% of the money, according to this website, pregame.com, is coming in on the Celts, and 71% of the money line is on the Celts. So just so y'all know. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You can't bet on every game in the series, You're going to get killed. You can't bet every game in the series. You bet the winner before the series, obviously. And then, there's going to be, there'll probably be like honestly, 1 or 2 games during the series where it should be clear to you on the outcome. But you cannot bet every series. You're gonna get washed up. That's 100% fact. You're gonna get washed up. Vegas gonna wash you up and clean you up and say thank you. That's how that happens, especially with the spreads. Like people be asking me about that shit all the time. Spread, yo, listen, man. When you got a team that's minus 10 points, like why you even asking me? Unless I'm putting it out there that I like this team for an underdog. Why would you ask me about a team that's like minus 13 points or some shit like that? Like yesterday, Houston was minus 10 points in the first football game of the day. You know what I mean? The first football game of the season. Why would I put Houston? Why would I put Kansas City? They were minus 9.5. Why would I put that pick out? Who the fuck is gonna bet that? Nobody. So, I try to find value, and some days it's easier than others. Some days really suck. So, but we try to persevere. Right now, Clippers early in the first got a 15-7 lead, and it looks like Kawhi Leonard's the lead scorer. So, leading scorer of the Clippers, Jamal Murray's got the most points in the game, 5. But yeah, Clippers already 3-1 in this series. If anybody on my Patreon, we've seen an extreme amount of significance of the number 41 this year. Today is a 40-date numerology. It's not 41, but however, today is a 13-date numerology, and 41 is the 13 prime. So, we'll see. Yeah. There are a bunch of... I'm looking at everything, man. I'm telling you, I watch everything. All the date numerology is always in the back of my head. So, yeah. I'm watching out. Trust me. It should be fun. Tonight's game should be fun, We'll see what happens. There's gonna... no matter what, there's 2 things to be guaranteed. There's going to be one winner and one loser, and there's going to be a bunch of happy people. There's going to be a bunch of people that are fucking pissed off. That is the only lock of the night. One winner, one loser, and then there will be happy people and sad people. And it's crazy too. Yo, shout out to everybody that got their money out, and let me put this out there too, because I'm hearing about this now since we're talking about this. If you're using the website 5 Dimes, you need to go to the website and go get your money off of that website right now, because 5 Dimes is scamming people right now. For anybody that had a future bet on a future finals matchup, so let's say if you had it on Toronto, right? If you don't ask for your refund by the time the game starts today and Toronto loses, they will not refund you your money. But they are not honoring any futures, from what I understand. So anybody that got a 5 Dimes account, you might want to go to call that place up. It's an offshore site, so get a manager on the phone and definitely try to get your bread. Because they're not honoring futures that were placed months and months ago. And I'm not sure what sites exactly are and what sites exactly aren't. So regardless if you have a 5 Dimes or you have another one, another site, I would give them a phone call and try to get some clarity on what's happening. On what you like what's your best course of action, especially before tonight's game. Because if there's a shitload of people that probably got Toronto or Boston futures for a possible finals matchup. And today's game is going to determine that outcome. So you need to get them on the phone, get a manager on the phone, and figure the situation out. Yeah, bro, they robbing people. They robbing people left and right. And like I said this a month ago. The NBA was never canceled. Never. It was suspended, and it was never announced to be canceled. So they should never have not honored those odds that were provided. It was like a binding contract. They got no precedence. They have no precedent to refund you your money, but at the same time keep the money of the people who obviously have not been successful up until this point. they're waiting for you to call. So get on top of that. Figure out, if you have what options you have, and definitely don't trust, what site it is, whichever site it is. I will call them and try to get some clarity on that ASAP. Especially now that you got a couple more hours before the Boston game, get on the fucking phone. See what's Gucci. It's crazy, man. Because they know that look at what's going on now. When have you seen a complete breakdown of the system like that? Like they telling everybody basically we not honoring futures. So what that tell you when it comes to the Gematria? That tell you that we fucking smacking niggas. We putting in work. Like the fucking the money we taking, we hitting, or the community's hitting for, it's hurting them. Because why are they doing this now? You know what I'm saying? Why are they doing this now? Of all times, of all years, now they're doing this. Come on, you guys gotta think about that, man. Gematria is it's not. I wouldn't say it's mainstream now because it's not mainstream, but it's like on YouTube and certain places, it's out there, and people are taking advantage of it, and a lot of people are getting censored. A lot of people they're finding restraints put on certain things. They're trying to clamp down. That's what it is. And they wouldn't be doing that if we wasn't on to something as a community. If Gematria wasn't leading us to the promised land, then they would not be trying to stop it like that. Censoring people, deleting channels, deleting posts, not letting you post, suspending you for weeks. Because you said one word, suspending you because they don't like your perspective or your views violate the terms of service. Oh, why? Because I actually thought I had the, freedom of speech. So when I use it, I actually thought I had it. Oh, stupid me. That's basically what they say with that terms of service shit. Yeah, man. Yo. They know him, bro. They know him. You never listen, man. If you're watching a game, you will see these players laughing when they making these shots. Like they laughing, like mocking you. Because if it was real competition and you're in the moment like that, there's no reason for you to laugh. I understand talking shit, or I understand passion, but at no point would I be laughing at my opponent. That would not be happening. So when you see people shooting from 40 feet and laughing, it's not because they just don't know what else to do. It's because they really know how ridiculous that shit is, and they get praised for it. They're like, oh, they're considered the best shooters in the world. I can make it from 40 feet. Nah, Steph Curry's the best shooter in the world. Okay. I mean, I wish I had the cheat code too. That's all I'm gonna say. I wish I had that cheat code too. All right, so back underway in the first quarter. Looks like Kawhi is coming out shooting today. Got early 7 points. That's what's up. Yeah, they know. They know, man. They know. Especially, I would think the top, like Kawhi and LeBron and Curry, Kyrie, Kevin Durant, James Harden. Yeah, And obviously, I don't know 100% that they do know, but I'm guessing with some of them. Some of them I'm guessing, but some of them I'm pretty sure. Honestly. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Damn, I did not know this Boston game was so much later, bro. I'm pissed off because I wanted to be on during the game, But I'm not gonna be on for 2 or 3 hours, and hell no. I'm pissed off about that. Word. Yeah, man. It's different, bro. It's definitely different. Well, at least now you guys got some more time to think about it, Couple more hours. Well, 2 hours, but it's gonna go by fast, man. It's gonna go by fast. All right, let's see what's going on with the chat now. Okay. Switch back. What y'all talking about? Okay. Holla, Squally. All right. So we got any questions about Gematria or anything like that? I mean, today's listen, man. Today is the day. This is the day it all started for me. So this is kind of like the anniversary. 9/11. Me being in New York when that happened, and me knowing that shit was not like kosher, like the story they was trying to tell us and everything like that. Me realizing that this is like an anniversary for me, So, definitely changed my life, and I found Gematria not too long after that. Thankfully, because if you guys look at it, right, like look at the World Trade Center. It's like standing 11s, right? The World Trade Center is like two massive 11s, okay? And it happened on the 11th day of the month, right? And New York is the 11th state in order of ratification. They're the 11th state in order of ratification, in order of statehood. They became the 11th state. So, okay, we got two big massive 11s being destroyed in what's known as the 11th, because New York is the 11th state in statehood, and it happened on the 11th day of the month. That's just the 11s, but there's more 11s than that. But just look at that. 11, 11, 11. Come on, man. It's all just too coincidental. And I hate that word. I wish I could cook that word up, fry it, throw some ketchup on it, put it in the bun, and because I hate that word. People just be throwing that out. Whenever you're in the middle of trying to say something like, oh, nah, come on, that's a coincidence. That just kills the whole vibe of the conversation. So how about when you say something, I just be like, oh, nah, that's just some stupid shit. There's no correspondence with that. There's no dialogue with that. So, yeah, nah, I know about the moon cycles every 19 years. Yep. 15 and 51, huh? Yeah. I usually look for those numbers on Monday as well, for the moon, for the Monday. But yeah, definitely 15 and 51 when it comes to that. Very true facts. And for everybody in here that's not following me, man, do me a favor. Click the follow. Don't violate. You know what I'm saying? Respect our time. We out here putting in the work. We talking. We going back and forth. This is a vibe. Just click the follow. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing too crazy. If you're not following, click the follow. That's all it is. But yeah, man. We just over here. We like to bring up patterns. And we don't like to use the word coincidence. You know what I'm saying? We take that out the vocabulary. And we just like to speak about patterns, numbers, observations, perspective, things like that. We don't like to talk about coincidences and bullshit. No, we're going to leave that for the U.S. government, and everywhere else. But we're going to deal in numbers, and we're going to deal in the facts. That's it. And what I explained at the earlier this live is how we took advantage yesterday of Gematria, which is the coded language using letters, this synchronicity in letters and numbers, and predicting these sports outcomes. How we used it yesterday to determine an underdog and the correlation between not just the Cincinnati Reds and Chicago Cubs, who were playing each other, but the number 46. So that example, I put that in the beginning of the video so anybody could, you can scroll back and check that out. But yeah, and that's what we do on a daily basis. We research these numbers, these date numerologies. Like today, the 11th, a very important number, master number. in Freemasonry, and we try to take advantage of it. And in the meantime, we try to promote and get the work out and get the word out so that more people are finding out about it and more people are able to use it and more people are not as dependent on the system, because a good amount of people, the reason why they don't question authority and they don't question the system is because they're so dependent on it, because they have to keep a job, because they know they have to do this. They're so dependent on the system, they cannot like revoke the system. They can't go against it. And that's the fucked up part about it, because now you're to the point where you're so dependent on the system, you don't even have an opinion anymore. Like you just regurgitating basically the company mantra. That's some bullshit. So people need to start being able to facilitate things for themselves, to support themselves, to take advantage of things and not be dependent on the system. Cause that's how they cheat. That's the trap, bro. That's the trap. From when you're a kid, you're being told you gotta go to work every day to pay tax and all this shit. I don't want to sound redundant, but I'm just saying this is a system built to just make worker bees. That's it. It's a whole bunch of worker bees and just a couple of people that are enjoying all the gold off of that labor. A handful of people while everybody else in the world works. So that's what I'm saying. Whenever you guys are not down with that, whenever you guys are ready to change that, that's what we doing over here. We trying to flip that. That's why I call it flipping the script. We flipping the script on what they trying to do to us, and you know what I mean? That's what we doing over here. So, and it's it's no game, no fugazi. I let the work speak for itself. It's not it's not anything I'm making up or something like that. Trust me. I mean, don't trust me, but the work is there for anybody to research, for anybody to check it out. There's no reason to take my word for it, None at all. All you have to do, I'll put the link right here, right now, so people could, you can go to my Patreon right now and look at it. The Patreon is in the chat. Anybody can look at the work we're putting out and see what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything up for question. Oh, That's for anybody who wants to get familiar with the work, who's interested in sports betting, who's interested in learning gematria, who's interested in finding out like, yo, what is this shit that they've been hiding from us for forever? The most important. Yep. That's what we doing over there. It flip the script right there, that link right there. Anybody want to click that, go over there, sign up for that, and just get on the winning team, man. Because that's all we do. We don't promote negativity. We don't promote, because negativity is loser vibes. That's what that's how I feel. If you promoting negativity, you want to live in that negative shit for so long, that's loser vibes. I don't fuck with the loser vibes. I keep it official, straight positive, and if you're on that goofy shit, I just the exit is that way or it's this way or it's the opposite way from where I'm going. So, and that's the way you need to direct that energy. When the shit come to you, just boom, flip that shit off. That's what you gotta do. Cause they gonna try you. Cause being negative by yourself ain't no fun. They gonna wanna bring you into it. It's always fun when there's more people there being negative. So misery loves company, and that's what they do. So. Nah, I mean, I'm not into that vegan shit. I mean, no violation or whatever, but I'm not with the vegan thing. Mm-mm. But more power to the people that that's they stilo. That's not really my stilo. But I cannot believe they put the game at 9 o'clock though. That's so trash. All right, let's get back to this Nuggets game. Let's check this Nuggets game, see what's going on. We got 28-23. End of the first, 28-23. Yo, what's funny? Look at that, 51-point score, my man. You was just talking about 51 and 15. First quarter, 51 points scored. Look at that. So right now we were just going back and forth in the chat, about numbers and stuff like that. And look, the chat pointed out the number 15 and 51. And look, end of the first quarter, total of 51 points scored. Good job. And that happens all the time. That happens all the time. So what just so 51 points is just random, right? So they just randomly scored 51 points today. Come on. It is what it is, man. It's hilarious how people still question this shit. What's good, Jake? I'm not gonna be giving out anything on Twitch. You know what I mean? For anybody that wants to know something, my Patreon is in the chat. You can click on it, go over there, and see what we got going on. But I'm not going to be giving out anything on the chat. Anything on Twitch. I'm over here just to chop it up. We're going to be real general over here, speak about a couple things, But mostly we're here to promote Gematria and how we've been using it to predict these scripted sports outcomes very successfully. And yesterday we had another underdog. I believe that's 8 out of the last 10 underdogs that are successful. So we're on here kind of like, we were reviewing that work, as well as shouting out the 1% family, that continues to take advantage of this. So salute to you, Jake. What you could do is click that follow if you're fucking with it. Click the follow, and if you want to check my Patreon out, there's a couple posts on there that are public, and you could just like look at the work and stuff like that. So just see what we're doing. My Instagram as well. My Instagram, for anybody that has Instagram, I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. You can go check out what we're doing over there. Who that cast knows? Like I said, brother, I will not be giving out any picks on Twitch. My Patreon link is in the chat. If you wanna, if you want some insight or you want some picks, my Patreon link is in the chat, so you can go over there. But I'm not gonna be giving out any picks on. I'm not gonna give out any picks on Twitch. I gotta respect the patrons and the people that pay for the work. So the link is I'll post the link again. Here you go. I'll post it one more time for you, brother. For anybody wants to get into what we're doing, Patreon is right there. My Instagram is Mr.Futures. If you want to check previous things we've been doing, you can go over there and check it. No Chuck Norris. There's no chucking over here. Oh yeah, what happened? Tell me what happened, because I'm not watching it live. So tell me what happened. You said that interview they just did with Denver's coach was suspect as hell. All right, tell us what happened, because I wasn't watching it. Anything people catch is interesting. So. Okay, looks like we got early in the second quarter. Timeout by the Denver Nuggets. Clippers 36-27 lead. Oh, wow. Word? Wow. Mike Malone. Okay. That is weird. Wow. Yeah, that is weird. I wish I was able to see that. That's crazy, though. I could bet they're gonna do a whole bunch of messed up shit today, though, bro. I already see it. Like, they right now the sympathy is crazy. Like, it's crazy. Everybody's miserable. Yeah, because today's a sad day, So I'm pretty sure they're looking for a way to take advantage of all that negative energy from people being down and missing loved ones, and just being reminded about this day again. About what they did to us. Not no person in a cave. Nah. what our own government did to us. So yeah, man, it's fucked up. It's messed up. But you know, there's gonna be a bunch of 9/11 rituals today. I mean, you know that. You know, definitely. Okay. Wow, that is interesting. Definitely interesting. All right, looks like it's a timeout. Check the chat. Wow. All right. So we got 23 people in here. If you're not following me, click that follow, brother. Also, I'm gonna put in the chat my YouTube. Go check out that video. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We're trying to get my followers up as well. So it's in the chat right now. You know, a follow is for free. So you can click that YouTube, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button. You have a second or two notification bell. And just, you know, just stay in tune with what we're doing. I'm not trying to waste your time. I'm putting out information that people already are making money off of. People are already being profitable. We've been doing this for over a year now, almost a year now, with my Patreon. But we've been doing this well over a year. So yeah. But now we putting it to the forefront. Now we getting the word out. Now we trying to expand it. So um, no. So as far as the sports, I do NBA, MLB, as well as NFL. I don't give out like 10 picks a day. I try to keep it around 2 picks. Um, so that's what I do. Two to 3 picks. I also offer more. I also offer on the highest tier. We also offer my underdogs, as I was just saying. Yesterday was another day. 8 out of the last 10 underdogs on the top tier, 1%. A very good day yesterday. So yeah, I do MLB, NFL, and NBA. That's what I focus on. I don't do college football. I do the championships, but I don't do college football. Can you show us how the Celtics are gonna win? Um, Probably not. No, I said I wasn't gonna you know gonna give out any information on the game on Twitch. So about the Celtics or possibly the Raptors winning, But if you wanna join the Patreon link is in the chat. You can come over there and we could talk about it. Over there. But right now, I just want to respect the patrons that already paid for the work, and that's it. I'm up here to promote and to get more people interested in it, and to inform people about what gematria is, and that's why I'm on Twitch right now. We're just doing a little bit more promotion and stuff like that, meeting new people, trying to get more people into it, and that's it. That's all we're doing on here. But we do review previous stuff. So earlier I was talking about what happened yesterday. So we do talk about work, but as far as like tonight's games, if you want to talk about your perspective, but I'm not gonna give out any pick on Twitch though. Not at all. But yeah, no, I don't do college football. It's too many teams. Um, it's too many games. No, I'm not. I'm not. I won't do that. Yeah, yeah. No, I know that. I know that. Snows. I'm aware. That's a good observation. Though. Yep. Yeah. So anybody who's not following me already, click the follow on this Twitch. You know what I mean? I will be posting my schedule by Monday, by this coming Monday. So you guys will have a schedule now of when I will be going live moving forward. So I will be posting that on Monday. And yeah, man, that's what we're doing. Now we're going to have scheduled lives of when we're going to come up here and be able to, talk and take calls and communicate as a community. And also try to bring more people in it. So, yeah. I mean, for anybody that's looking, looking for pics again, the Patreon is in the chat. But feel free to conversate or try to get try to talk to a couple other people that are in the chat as well. That's what I tell people also as well. It's a journey. It's not a sprint. It's not about racing. It's not about any of that. You want to be responsible with what you do. You want to think about it from a financial standpoint, risk versus reward, and also, a bunch of other things. But you don't just want to go crazy. Nah, if the Celtics don't win, then Gematria is fake. No, I'm sorry, that's not the case because there's definitely outcomes on either side that will prove Gematria to be very real. So it doesn't necessarily mean that at all. Regardless of the outcome today, I will be able to, like, next time I come up on live, tell you exactly why that happened the way it happened. Yeah, either way, the numbers will connect. That's a fact. So, there's no reason to get discouraged. I see good riddles sometimes not come through. I've seen a great riddles, at times not come through. It happens. But you cannot let that waver you off of, what's been successful for, everybody's different, but, my percentage is extremely high. So, yeah, just like, yeah, last game, Toronto to 6, wins game 6, and number 7, Kyle Lowry, sends it to game 7. Yep. We're going to see tonight. Definitely. It's going to be interesting, man. It's definitely going to be interesting. I might come back on live during the game. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how I'm feeling. But I just wanted to come up here, to go live and to speak with y'all before. I thought the game would be going on now, but they apparently moved it back. So now we're dealing with the Celtics and the Clippers first. And checking up on that game right now, 7:39 left in the second quarter. The Clippers are up 42-27. So that's what's going on now. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna cut the stream now. But what I want everybody to do is, after I sign off of here, come back on here in a couple of minutes and see if I got that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe, man. We're gonna start the subscribe party tonight. So we might have the subscribe party tonight. Click, keep your notifications on. I might be coming on live when the Boston game is here. So again, I salute everybody that came out. I appreciate y'all. All the haters, we fuck with y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully at some point y'all come over to the legit side. You know what I mean? In the meantime, throw them W's up, because that's all we do. And just keep it Gucci. I'll see y'all later, man. Don't forget, hit that subscribe when I leave, man. If it's there. I love y'all.